So I'm curious to see if CRB can make the adjustments in this losers finals, because they got 3-0'd by Galleon in winners.
That was tough. And I'm sure Galleon is hopefully not thinking about that too much. Obviously, you can think about it like, yeah, I won, but you can't let your ego talk. This isn't Blue Lock. This is Wisconsin
I'm
Smash.
going to kill you in Smash Brothers.
I can't say half the things that they say in that game. I'm not even convinced they're talking about soccer. Regardless.
This shit's serious, bro.
It is serious. And this Smash Bros shit, this is serious. This is losers finals.
And one thing I do want to touch on is sometimes winning the previous set can make it harder to win the second set, because when you lose, you can point to all the things that you did wrong. It's a lot easier to identify the holes in your gameplay when you win. So CRB's had a few hours now to think about what he was going to do in the run back if he gets here against Galleon, whereas Galleon's probably been focusing on his winner side sets, especially what he was going to do against Candle. So I'm curious to see how this one's going to go. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0 one way or the other, Mochi.
No, I would be very disappointed if it was. I'd be happy for the winner, obviously very sad for the loser. These are both my friends. I want to see a great set, and it looks like early on, with no hits on Kazuya, Galleon is still locked in. Sorry. Correction.
1.4%.
Correction. CRB has gotten a singular hit of Nair, and now a get-up attack. We are back.
This is also just an extremely exciting Grand Finals last year. I believe it went the full 10 games down the wire. I'd love to see something similar, a full Game 5 here if we can in this Losers Finals. CRB trying to show those adjustments off, the way he's poking and prodding at Galleon in disadvantage, staying in the air just to avoid these combo starters from Kazuya.
Yeah, and he's doing a phenomenal job. CRB seems to be just gaining momentum as he keeps going in this bracket, but that laser is going to give CRB a nightmare as it leads into the
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate, my gosh, yeah. Opening the nightmare with Hell's Gate and losing that first stock, but taking it right back with the back air. We're still even.
CRB continues to find the right timings to go out there for those back airs, but he needs to find the right time to get out of this combo. Gonna trip with Palutena back air. That's evil. And now that's gonna turn into a full reset and just a 0.1% lead for CRB.
Yeah, and he's gonna keep pushing that as Galleon tries to down air back to safety, does with a quick 1-2-3 jabs, tries to call out another get up with that down air. But CRB able to teleport cancel away, gets a hit of a Nair, drags him in front with that back air to try to take the stock, but unable to do so. Still, that back hit of Nair is currently causing so much trouble for Galleon.
CRB definitely lining up like that intentionally, so that way you just get that last possible hit to be able to potentially follow up, or at least get good stage positioning, which CRB has right now. Going for a Nair there instead of the fair, not a big issue, but this Rage Drive is still available, but that drag down Nair is going to take both the Rage Drive and the stock.
That was pretty risky, because at the angle that it sends, it might not have taken the stock given how heavy Kazuya is, but it was a gamble absolutely worth taking because it got rid of that stock, like you said, and that Rage Drive.
You see Galleon going for those ledge trumps at the early percents like we talked about, knowing that he's not going to get anything for it. Might as well just put it in the mental stack for CRB in case he gets an opportunity for it later, but he needs to take this second stock before it's going to matter. But he has not been able to find those finishers with the Electric Wind God Fist.
Awesome recovery. A little bit too low. May have been too low for just the jump and the up B after the air dodge, but able to stall with that neutral B, gets back to stage with the side B, and maybe the down B is going to take this stock away from CRB again.
CRB knows at this point you're not really going to get too much mileage out of those down tilts at the ledge. Might as well continue to challenge Kazuya off stage to apply that pressure, but has not been able to finish it yet. And there is a full Rage Drive available to Galleon on this final stock, so this could be big, but it's not going to matter.
That shield, not very big, but it do big damage, and it do big things for CRB.
Finding that down tilt just to guarantee that back air there just to go up in this first game, and already getting one more game on the board than he got in their winner's side set.
Yeah, it's got to feel good to get that win back. And it may not be the set yet, but it's still more than you got the last time, and that's already a feather in the cap for CRB, but he wants more. He wants that back-to-back.
tying up the hair. He's locking in.
Dude, I've never seen this guy so focused. He is just playing. I'm the TO of this tournament, and he just sat down to play his loser's set.
He knows he's ready.
He's like, I want to play.
Especially when you're in that loser semis into losers finals, you just want to keep the good vibes going. CRB is definitely one that is going to prepare even beforehand. He's the guy that will be watching VODs in between for sets that he has coming up. So he is very much ready for this, as you're seeing in this set, and he is so ready to take this first stock.
Oh my gosh. And I know he's going to be rewatching that one. Caden, that was sick.
Yo, check this shit out. Down air. Never seen it before.
Oh, and he's going to keep it going with the turnaround on the Nair, but a little bit too low. Good DI from Galleon, but not good enough to get away from all of the onslaught of Palutena. Tomahawk with the grab, the back air, 76%, only getting away with a beefy up B, but a huge stun to the drag down in the Nair. Oh man, almost get that ledge jump, but he gets the electric wing got fist, but the double stun into the up B. We got a tie game. Percent's not the same, but that don't matter. Both these players are pulling off sick combos to take stocks.
Yeah, I'm doing a great job of righting the ship after what was a really strong opening gambit from CRB, but still has not been able to get any percent on CRB's second stock. He does have that rage drive, though. That's going to do a lot of extra damage in this combo. Already racking up 47% and has not been able to, doesn't have to use that Hell's Gate just yet.
Nope, not necessary. 88% might be necessary, but he might have been expecting a teleport cancel there. Called out the first one that CRB showed, but that rising up air, foregoing the ledge, and catching Galleon sleeping.
And you're definitely going to be fast asleep on an option like that, because that has not come out at all in the sets that I've seen from CRB, but in perfect position to catch you off guard. So one more stock here to get up on a 2-0 lead for CRB if he can find it, but Galleon just needs one more good confirm to even up the stocks. Gonna use that command grab just to put on a little bit more percent. I wonder if those down airs are gonna be coming through sooner than later, and there it is.
There you go, called it out. You're in his head, just like CRB is. It seems like he can't, it seems like Galleon can't get any real footing in this game, in the second one. Swinging for the fences, but they're too far away, man. It's a 500-foot park, but bringing those fences in just a little bit as we bring this to a last stock situation.
CRB just bobbing and weaving around Galleon right now. So content to take the openings as they come. But Galleon just going to get a little bit of percent there. These two just continue to trade back and forth, but nothing too big happening so far.
No, but a little bit of chip damage here and there. CRB does have a solid... Woo! Oh my gosh, trying to rip an opening wide with that F smash was Galleon, but calling it out. When CRB is throwing out the smash attacks, it's because he knows what you're going to do. And he knew that that neutral getup was going to get caught by that down smash, and we got ourselves a 2-0 lead for CRB.
Nobody uses Palutena smash attacks better than CRB. Not even Louis Money, I would say. The way that he knows when to keep those for the moments that it absolutely needs them, whether it's an up smash, whether it's a down smash, he knows the right times to use it and saves it for when he needs it the most. And it's going to put him up 2-0 in this losers finals. Galleon potentially looking down the barrel of a complete 180 from that winner's side, where he had a 3-0 on CRB.
Yeah, and this... Honestly, it's like rust versus rest at this point. Like, Galleon has played very minimal set, like played one set against Candle in like the last hour and a half, and CRB has been doing nothing but mashing these sticks and moving on into bracket. Not that he's a masher, not my intention, but it's Palutena, so you get where I'm coming from.
He's spinning on him with those nairs. With those down tilts, actually really not using up tilt, now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've seen a single up tilt from CRB, but...
I have. It got punished.
Okay, well, that's why we haven't seen him. But Galleon off to a better start here in this game 3, but is still being forced onto the ledge over and over again. Trying to call out a CRB dash in, but going to eat a up air to put him down a stock here. And this is looking all CRB Mochi. I don't know if Galleon's gonna be able to bring this one back.
I don't know.
There we go.
I think he might.
He could. I'd love to see this go the distance. potentially to force a game 5, but Galleon has a lot of work cut out for him to get back into this. It feels like CRB's decision-making, especially in neutral, has made it extremely difficult for Galleon to find openings to keep up.
Yeah, he has not. The damage output of Kazuya and of Galleon really has not been able to keep up to CRB, and he hasn't been able to find those finishers. That double nair, not there, but that finisher not even there. CRB is able to get the jab to connect and get him out of that really scary situation.
Another up air into up air coming through. I like the jump away from Galleon and then using that command grab to grab and reset. But the percentage difference is almost completely gone, but that should be a stock, so Galleon is up a stock here in this game 3.
Oh yeah, huge. That's gotta feel great. 74%, obviously a little bit of a danger, but able to get out of that combo, maybe get his feet on the ground, get a little bit of a neutral win himself, just kind of poking and prodding, but gets nared himself. Side B, able to get back to the stage. Rage Drive is live.
Galleon be around for just a little bit longer. CRB needs 1 or 2 more good hits to reset and eliminate it. But Galleon playing really patient, continues to hold on to it, but that down tilt back air is going to find its mark to keep CRB only down 32% and just 1 more stock away from booking his ticket to Grand Finals here at Wisconsin Smash Summit 3.
It is a nail biter as Galleon is able to get a lead and widen that lead. Last stock situation, Galleon, the last thing he wants is a reverse of his winner's set where he was on the good end of a 3-0, and CRB starts with the nairs, does not turn it around, but gets that back air instead, does not keep the advantage going. Gonna disengage, very smart, waits for his opening, finds his opening with that up air, stuck on that ledge is Galleon. It feels like it's been the bane of his existence the entire set as he goes from underneath
coming through
the platform and manages to get that up B.
Yeah,
So,
he expected to be able to do that down air and then retreat to the left safely, but because Galleon went for that up B out of shield immediately, could not reset this stick, so that's going to be an early stock loss for CRB. And small interactions like that are the difference between walking with a 3-0 and going to a game 4. You do not want to get reverse 3-0'd.
No, it's got to be one of the worst feelings. And it's tough when it's tough to feel in that situation. Not that I've ever been in it. I've seen it a lot, but it just feels like the world is collapsing in on yourself. Like you were on the top of the world, and then you lose that first game. You're like, nah, it's fine. We're chilling. But if you lose that second game, then it gets a little bit darker. You got to narrow your vision, but you really just got to keep yourself locked in. And CRB is absolutely keeping himself locked in with a very quick and easy 90% onto Galleon, but Galleon not phased, firing back. CRB does not want to lose this momentum that he's got himself in this game 4, and he's going to keep firing with these up airs, landing with that tomahawk, going for the up throw, never going to kill, but that up air will, and we got ourselves a great early lead for CRB as he tries to take this in 3-1 fashion.
CRB changing the advantage state methodology a little bit in this game 4. He'd been so focused on forcing Galleon off stage to get those ledge trap scenarios, this time opting to juggle Galleon vertically and basically taking an entire stock in one advantage state, but mixing it up again here and forcing Galleon to the ledge. It's hard for Galleon to keep up with these DI mix-ups, but he is going to find his own DI mix-up of his own, and that is going to be a stock just to even things back up and keep it manageable.
And we are seeing the full range of Kazuya's firepower in this game 4 with all of the particle effects, but Palutena's got a few of her own that she wants to show off. That shiny shield, that shiny jab sometimes, bet that nair. Absolutely. Doesn't even need that down tilt.
Just going to trade in a really unfortunate fashion for Galleon there off stage, so this could be the bracket stock for Galleon. Still in this, absolutely, but CRB getting the perfect threading of that nair, and going to be a quick 50%, and still going here, Mochi.
No, he is going to keep going, and he will take it all the way to the bank. He might have to take it. Oh, nope, he's going to take that electric and that up smash, but he's got to deal with one more stock as Kazuya, this Galleon, wants to keep moving forward into a game 5, but CRB, that is the last thing you want to do.
And Galleon can absolutely even this back up with one good interaction. As CRB, you had to play so careful, but still keep that confidence if you play afraid of Kazuya, it's going to give him more opportunities to get back into this game. As you see CRB continuing to apply that safe pressure in the face of this bright red Rage Art. Kazuya just needs one more good backer off stage. He's forcing the issue, trying to get him to waste those resources, but Galleon resetting to neutral.
Losing that Rage Drive with that good back air, and gets just perfectly around the Nair. And CRB able to get that perfect angle all the way back to the ledge. Almost lost that game for nothing, but manages to get back to the stage and is now in that reversal situation. Does not want to be on this platform, but that back air still going to be a little stale now. 160%. Roll on the stage. Get him out of here! Send CRB back to Summit Grand Finals.
And that ended up being one of those sets that could have gone the distance just with a couple of breaks there. Galleon righting the ship as the set went on, but CRB staying poised, not getting rattled as the momentum shifted, as the tides began to turn in Galleon's favor. So we love a calm, cool, and collected King who's going to get, I believe, the first set against Candle of the Weekend for CRB.
Yep, and that is going to be the end of the run for Galleon. Quite a voyage for Galleon. And the train keeps